Welcome back to Q&A with Producer Evan. We've got Producer Evan in studio asking questions, and we're giving some answers.
Yep. I got a good one for you guys today.
Okay.
So if we can throw up that first question. So this is a new national day that's been added this year. It's National Sun Responsibly Day, which is protecting your skin against the harmful rays of the sun. And I want to know, Emmett, specifically from you first, what's the best way to protect your skin from the sun, especially down here in the Panhandle?
Emmett go first?
You know, I just wanted to ask him first today.
I think we know. Anyway, for me, I can't escape the sun. No matter what I do, I'm somehow going to find some sort of sunburn anywhere. So probably for me, you know, applying 100 SPF with
I recently
100 SPF with maybe, you know, some shade overhead, an umbrella overhead maybe, and then I'll take like periods out into the sunshine. You know, I'll just take some time out and then quickly go back in just so I don't get burned. Or if I'm feeling risky, you know, maybe I don't. I just take it like a man.
Yeah, just,
you know,
but you're
bite
hurting the next day.
Yep. You know, sticking to the sheets in bed, certainly not a good thing.
I'm with you on that, where I actually recently had to buy SPF 100 because I burn way too fast. And if you watch these Q&As for the past 3 months or so, you know, I constantly talk about the summer heat down here and the UV being much harsher than back home. So if I go to the beach, 1 hour without sunscreen, I'm done.
Yeah.
Like literally done, tomato red. It's bad.
1 hour? Evan burns in like 10 minutes.
Yeah, I can post a picture of me with my bad sunburn from last year. Maybe, we'll see. Who knows, we'll see.
Yeah. There's a bad one.
I remember I was probably 18 years old and I went into the tanning bed for the first time. My sister convinced me to do so, and I got probably one of the worst sunburns of my life. All I did was spend 5 minutes.
We will also be including that photo on
No.
I'm sure there is a picture though, right?
There is.
Oh, that's so good.
But it was bad. It was like a whole different shade. My skin color was just dark red. It wasn't like a usual typical sun. It was a dark, thick red, and then
Did
it was
you look
just
like the
white.
hot dogs?
Yes, I actually did. Behind the scenes, I can pull it up for you guys. You guys,
I might live stream on my Facebook. Just right over the shoulder.
No, but I'm not actually shaming anyone who needs to use sunscreen, but I will tell you, Evan Bendel does have to use 100 SPF, and it smells kind of funky, and it's also a strange color.
Yeah,
but hey,
bad.
we'll be looking younger.
No doubt.
It looks like cooking spray.
I know, it's not like a regular sunscreen. I'm embarrassed.
Oh.
But hey, like, I don't want to burn. It's bad.
And it means that you can be out in the sun longer and like out at the pool and at the beach.
Right.
So,
you know, it helps. All right, so I do have a little statistic for you guys.
Okay.
If we could pull this up. So here's a quote from the National Day Calendar, who gets their information from L'Oreal Dermatology. They are the ones who created this national day. So, most sun damage doesn't happen at the beach. It happens during incidental exposure while driving, walking the dog, or sitting near a window. A great way to check when the sun's UV rays are the strongest is to look at your shadow when your shadow is shorter than you are. Sun UV rays are high, reminding you to seek shade or head indoors.
I didn't know that about the shadow. That's interesting.
Yeah, that's a good way to look at it. If you don't got your phone, or if your phone has died by sitting in the hot sun and you can't turn it on, look at the shadow.
That temperature screen is not fun.
Yeah,
Not a fan of that one.
It does drain.
it does make sense to me though that like if you're out at the beach, you're aware that you're getting sun, so you make sure to put on that sunscreen, you know, going into it, versus that incidental sun exposure where, let me tell you, one of the most recent times I've gotten a bit of a burn was on just my right arm because we were sitting at Off the Hook Bar and Grill, and you know, it's so nice sitting out there and the sun's coming down. They've got like umbrellas or whatever, and in the time I was sitting there, my arm just got red, and there's like a funny little stripe too of where you can see where the umbrella came down versus where my arm was like exposed. But it's always funny how that ends up happening because it seems so random. Like I wasn't out in the sun for that long and it wasn't like a super hot day. You would think that I'd burn more at the beach, but I'm also more protected when I'm at the beach.
Right, and that's why I wanted to include that, because it was a thing I didn't even think of, where it makes sense where you're at the beach, you're putting sunscreen on at the pool, whatever it is. But like when I go golfing, I don't put sunscreen on and I'm in the sun for 4 straight hours.
You don't put sunscreen on when you
No,
go golfing?
but like I'm
about to change.
inside a cart,
Yeah.
and if some people aren't good at golf, they're gonna be in the trees protected by the shade. So it's not 4 straight full hours. And I just made that little joke there for that. What is that face?
I'm like horrified that you don't wear sunscreen when golfing.
Well, my forearms and my legs don't get burned compared to like my face, and when I golf, I wear a hat, so I don't have my shirt off when I'm golfing. So my shoulders and my chest are the ones that get burnt faster. So I rarely actually get burnt on my arms when golfing,
Whoa.
but
So-
it's a thing I don't even think about.
Yeah, I did tennis out in Arizona, and when I was living out there, like when I tell you sunscreen was a must. But I think what happens is sometimes, especially, and I yap about this all the time, the difference between dry heat and humidity is dry heat. When I tell you, you can feel the burn on your skin because it literally feels like it's like taken all the moisture out. That burn feels different in Florida. It just totally does. So I could see maybe forgetting that in that kind of situation. But even then, like if I knew I was going out and playing tennis, sunscreen. I am horrified to hear that you don't wear sunscreen when playing golf.
I'm not in the sun for the straight 4 hours.
Okay.
And I guess that's the difference.
I'm sending this to your mother nonetheless. So
I'm sorry, Mom. She's the one who told me that I need to put SPF 100 on,
And
which has been
was
a
she
change.
right?
Yeah, she was right. Thank you, Mom. I appreciate it. You're looking out for me. Yeah. Anything from you, Emmett, about, because you say you burn pretty easily too. So what are some ways, I know you kind of went over them, but any like tips and tricks that you can think of?
A good trick: store your aloe in the fridge.
Yes, that's a good one.
I do that.
Yeah, store the aloe in the fridge, and then, I mean, it is cold when it gets applied, but it also feels quite nice.
It does.
But yeah, take breaks, throw on that sunscreen, mineral sunscreen works the best, mineral based.
And also, isn't mineral like better for
Yeah.
aquatic life? Yeah.
So certainly use the mineral sunscreen when you.
What does that mean? Better for aquatic life?
Like sometimes the chemicals in sunscreens are maybe not necessarily great for
Like coral reefs, bleaching out the coral reef.
I see. So if you're going swimming in the Gulf, okay, that makes sense to me.
That'd actually be kind of an interesting story of, I know that it impacts like coral reefs, and I've seen a lot of people talking about it specifically in Hawaii, but I'd like to see kind of the impact here too.
They were doing that study in Australia as well.
Oh, really? Oh, because am I crazy? Are they Great Barrier Reef?
Yep.
And that's where it's changed so drastically?
Yep.
Really?
goodness.
From people swimming with sunscreen on.
Yep. Bleaches out the reefs.
Oh, wow. Interesting.
have
I'm
to
going to
look
have to do my research on that.
Yeah, you'll have to look at images of it because it really is so crazy.
Yeah.
Another point with sunscreen that I just thought of, I've not tried these, but I've seen like ads on TikTok of like these little like patches that you put on, and when they start to change color is when you know you need to reapply your sunscreen.
Whoa.
Yeah.
See, there's a lot of good products out there now, because I do feel like melanoma and just being skin aware is a topic of conversation that's been going on recently. So a lot of good products to look out for.
Yeah, I do actually feel like in recent years people have been more aware of not of wanting to take care of their skin and like really protecting it. And I don't feel like people maybe had like necessarily so much concern with it. But I definitely feel like Gen Z and like the younger generation is super, super into skincare.
For sure.
Yeah, which is awesome. I want to say last year we actually had Elysian Med Spa and Karen Tage. She's fantastic. She came in and talked to us about some of those skincare products and actually like gave us little sunscreens for us to try out. But I'll have to have her back in soon, especially now that things are heating up and the UV is up
And
to.
I will say it is a good time because the reason this day was picked, National Responsibly Sunday, is because it happens before Memorial Day. And we know Memorial Day is the unofficial start of summer.
Yeah.
So look out for that.
Yeah.
So that'd be a good idea.
So now if you see Karen Tays on the show recently, you'll know what sparked the idea to bring her back on.
Yeah.
It's about time too.
This Q&A.
Yeah.
All right, well, I want you guys to follow me on Facebook and share your most embarrassing pictures of a bad sunburn because you might see one of mine.
Ooh, please do share that.
And if it's okay, we might put those on the Q&A tomorrow. But I think you'll see a bad picture of me there later today.
I'm excited. I'm excited for you to share that.
Yeah, they're not good. They're not good. And when I tell you tomato red.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Well, thanks so much, Evan and Emmett, for joining us for Q&A. When we come back, we'll have some more news and weather.